What else are we going to talk about tonight?
Right now, I have to stop saying
Every time. Yeah, that one wasn't real pretty if you're a Dallas Stars fan. Or if you're just trying to talk about the Dallas Stars. Or both.
Wouldn't you call this a Hawaiian shirt?
No, not even close.
Oh, all right.
The only thing that has
I'm
similar
wrong.
with a Hawaiian shirt is a collar and buttons, and it's short sleeve.
Color. It's got some colors on it.
It's not a Hawaiian shirt. Not
Is that
even
why
close.
you asked me that? Do
Yeah.
I have any Hawaiian
I
shirts?
was wondering if you wore Hawaiian shirts.
No, Sean wears them.
He
Sean can
does.
tell us what
He
a Hawaiian
does.
shirt is.
And he
Although,
zip lines.
I wouldn't be surprised if you took that shirt to a beach.
Yeah, right.
It looks
See
light.
that?
It looks airy. It looks
Fine.
comfortable.
See, we're starting to
You
come
could
around here.
kick your sandals off and get in the sand. Why are we talking about this? Because we want to talk about anything else besides that
Please.
hockey game tonight. Let's get to it right now. Stars post-game show right here on DLLS.
Get ready, boys.
Well, if there isn't a twinge of sarcasm in our thumbnail tonight, a close one at Canada Life Center. This is the DLS Dallas Stars postgame show alongside Craig Ludwig, Sam Nestler, and our producer, John Andersen. I'm Owen Newkirk. Well, I think we should start where we all want to start with. There are only 2 hours and maybe 15 minutes left of the DLS free agency frenzy die hard sale.
Whew.
You have until midnight, which right now it's a little after 9:45, to get this limited time intro offer. If you've never been a diehard before, obviously you would be signing up for the first time. Look at the discount, more than half, more than 50% off than the usual price of $79.99 to be a diehard. It comes, scan the QR code, do it now. Last day, it will end tonight. You can not only get yourself access to everything that DLS offers, ad-free viewing of all of the writing on all of our teams, Mavs, Stars, Rangers, Cowboys, and discounts on merchandise, discounts on events, like Cosm coming up at the end of the month, and a free t-shirt. And guess what? We've got a new t-shirt. A new drop came out today.
I love it.
Available for pre-sale on our website right now. It's a new Stars DLS shirt, Finnish Mafia. Look at that thing. Celebrating Rantanen, Heiskanen, Lindell, Granlund. Who am I missing?
Hakanpää.
No, not Hakanpää. Former. There's 5, right?
Yeah.
So
I wasn't listening to who you said.
Granlund. Oh, Rope Hintz. He was injured tonight. That's why I was thinking about the game roster tonight.
That's close.
So thank you.
Yeah.
You saved me. Big fist bump for
Hakanpää,
that.
I had you.
You can get a free t-shirt and pick that one. It's a $35 value. So you're essentially buying a shirt or getting a free shirt and getting your DLS Die Hard subscription for the year. It's a brilliant way to do it. It ends tonight. That's the best thing I have to say tonight.
So why are you coming to me? Do you think I got anything better to say?
Yeah, I just figured we go downhill from there because it's either that or more Hawaiian shirt talk from Sam.
I like that.
I'll Sam, you're Pete.
Okay.
What was your conversation with the players when you went into the room?
After?
Yeah,
Talking
let's not talk about it before.
Well, I wouldn't
'cause
know
that
if you were talking
didn't-
about before.
If he had to talk, it didn't work.
Yeah.
What do you think he said? And can he throw that speech away?
You know what? I don't know Pete in terms of how much he gets up like that. Because for me, I believe that this team needed to hear it from someone, right? I just don't think the intensity was high enough. I don't think this is one of those games where it's not just a regular loss. They had 4 days off and they just didn't have the intensity. They fell flat in a game that now had huge consequences in terms of standings and all these things, and didn't show Winnipeg that you are up to their standard now twice in Winnipeg. So for me, if I was Pete, I'd give it to him a little.
Yeah.
And tell him, let's get it together. We're practicing tomorrow in Denver.
Okay, so we'll get into I see super chats are coming in. hit us up. We'll do it early. We don't have to wait till the third segment. Luddy, you said something to us about this. Sam just said, if I'm Pete, I'm not just walking over this one. I'm going to let him have it a little bit. You said to us, and I'd like everyone to hear it, this isn't a burn the tape and let it go game. Why?
Because this is who you're going to have to go through. You're too close to the end. It's not acceptable the way that they played tonight. And you're in their building. You're going to go on the road, obviously, in the playoffs. Every round you go, you're going to play on the road. And we know you're comfortable at home. But this is one you can't let go. And it doesn't have to be – and I think what Pete does a lot is he takes the high road. I mean, at least that's what we hear.
To the public
and you guys
the media,
know.
yes.
Yeah, I think he's a positive. And he's been positive all year long, and it pays off. I mean, he trusts in his guys.
Do you think he's as positive to the players inside the
I think so.
confines of the room? Is what we're seeing in the media similar to what he says to them?
I think he's been like that all year. Now you're at the point where rubber hits the road, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you're trying to find a way to separate yourself and climb over this team if at all possible. But your performance in a really big game, starting with the goaltender, was not even anywhere near what you're going to be able to get away with when you get to the playoffs. So I think this is one of those times, like I said, it could be as much as going in and losing it a little bit and just say, guys, this isn't acceptable, and add colorful phrases in there.
Enough.
And you better get it together because the next game is not easier than this. And for us to go against two opponents that we may have to go through or around or however you want to look at it, we better have something good to build on when we get to that point.
You have a hard practice tomorrow in Denver. They have no morning skate on Sunday, so
I would skate them.
Yeah,
but I mean, it again, a long year. It's not like you're going to bag them and leave them tongues wagging.
Give me some pace for 45 minutes. We're not going to give you a 20-minute casual.
Yeah, and I think you have to have a candid conversation with them. You bring them in and talk, and here's what we're going to go through. Here's where we weren't good. I mean, I looked at some of the highlights that they showed in their package right near the end there, and Hellebuyck. They're showing Hellebuyck. I don't know if I saw a white jersey in front of him.
No.
Or a Stars jersey. I mean, I didn't see one jersey in front of Hellebuyck. Now, yeah, they were there, but they were from compared to what Jake had to look through tonight. Again, no excuse. You see more dark jerseys around the Dallas goaltender and taking eyes away and making it a little bit more difficult to see pucks than you did at the other end of the rink. And that's in your control.
Oh, you looked at me like you had the next point to say. No, nothing. Absolutely. Just looking at me. What are you going to say?
I need some chapstick. That's what I was thinking.
You can't share. I probably do. You cannot share it.
Yeah, smart.
Would you share chapsticks with somebody else?
I feel like Lutz has never used chapstick.
No.
See?
Never.
I find that hard to believe. You're on the frozen, windswept lake up in Wisconsin, ripping at 100 and maybe 20 miles an hour on a racing sled. You haven't gotten windburn chapped lips?
No. Well, you got a helmet on.
Oh, you got the full visor one. You're not talking about
on the bike. They get a little more chapped in the heat, but not
Burt's Bees guy.
Okay. So we're gonna get to your super chats, so maybe we should do it sooner than later. But I do want to talk a little bit about this game. Luddy, the first thing I wrote down tonight was Jamie Benn makes a great defensive play, saving a tap in from Adam Lowry, and then it went down
30 seconds in.
It went downhill from there, didn't it? That was a good play, though. I mean, he tracked his guy. The games tonight, and you're going to highlight some of them. The goals given up were not great. Here's the problem I had. 40 minutes of play, the Stars didn't have a high danger scoring chance. Okay, they had chances, but nothing high danger. At the end of the night, they had one.
It's called being a perimeter team.
Yeah,
that's like another insult saying that you're soft. If you want to play on the outside, it means you're not going to the hard areas at night. And you took one of the best goaltenders in the league and you gave him an easy night. Why
do you think this happened again? Because they happened the first time they went to Winnipeg. It was 4-0. Hintz got a late goal, 4-1. It's almost a carbon copy. Then when they came to Dallas, they had something to prove, and they outplayed Winnipeg. Is it as simple as home ice advantage is a real thing in this series?
Well, I think anytime you go home and your fans are there and you can feel it behind you, there's no question. But I don't know. And it again, they're a good team on the road also. But you have to, like I say, I mean, this is the time of the year you got to make a statement on the road in teams that you're probably going to have to go through at one point or another. And again, do they got to play Winnipeg one more time this year?
Yes.
They got one more game
April
back in
10th,
Dallas, right?
Here.
Yeah, it's in Dallas.
And it's a week before the playoffs start.
Yeah, and if it stays the way it is, you're going to have to win a couple more games
in their
building, and you will here.
Yes.
So that's my thing is here. You want to be able to go in to teams that you play in the playoffs and know that you have some kind of a recipe for success.
I don't always look at the chat just to see what Allie sends, but she usually puts in something funny, so I do kind of make note. Allie, I've definitely shared chapstick with friends and gum. Is that sharing gum like you were chewing it and you gave it to a friend to chew, or you had a pack of gum and you? Because I've
offered plenty of people gum that I was chewing and don't want to throw away.
Nobody
Nobody takes
ABC.
it.
Yeah, that's gross.
Nobody wants it.
Chapstick. Feel like that's a personal thing.
Isn't that what they call friends with benefits? If you're sharing gum,
Maybe.
Yes,
that's what that is.
You know what my problem is?
I can't say that either.
No.
No, he said that's what that is.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
He was
We
agreeing
need a
with
more
you.
direct line from my side of the room to Ludz's ears.
You need-
he
you just
never
need-
hears what I'm saying
You just
over
need
here.
You're talking into your computer screen.
I'm talking into my microphone.
Well,
that's right
That
next to me.
doesn't.
That-
what we don't
Honestly,
have a headset on.
that actually creates a different issue that we all want, which is to be able to hear everybody in our ears. But yeah,
Yes,
that
would be nice.
That's a
Maybe
hot
Lutz would
button
listen to
issue
me when
that
I
we
talk
can't
to
do
him.
on the air. The other-
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Gross.
chewing gum. That's definitely friends with benefits.
gross.
It's to me. There's two things. One, only chew on blue chew. So thanks, Bruno. You always know how to make it weird. Have you never shared gum in a kiss? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you get gum from somebody else, guess what? That usually means there's no flavor left.
Well, there's some flavor. It's just not what you like.
It's not gum flavor, that's for sure. That's not what FWB is, says Christian, friends with benefits. He says sharing gum is not what friends with benefits mean.
Wasn't that kind of the start of it?
It could lead to that for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I think so.
Was
Boy,
there any games on tonight? Any hockey?
there were, well, not this one. Do you want to talk about the defending?
So
How about
I'm a big fan of Thomas Harley. I think we all are.
everybody? Pull up your snuggie, your
No.
blanket, get cozy. You're about to get a lesson.
This was not a good game by Thomas tonight, and there was too much leaning forward. So, John, do we have that? Are we
Yeah,
doing
we're going.
something?
We're going with the first one first.
Yeah,
I
let's go with the
assume.
first.
That's a good idea. Start at the beginning.
But I look at Thomas here, and if you're looking at it, Thomas is right in the center of the screen. And right about here, Thomas has good position, okay? And he's doing the little 10 and 2 here. I know Thomas he's a puck hunter. Like he looks to pick pucks off. And then what happens, and you can see his eyes. Now, Velarde, big number 13 in blue, is now starting to get behind Thomas, and Thomas has his, he's attracted to the puck. He sees Scheifele with the puck. He's attracted to it. Now what happens? Now he's lost position. Now all of a sudden he becomes a problem. Velarde does. So he's on the outside looking in. You can't really do a lot. You got a big body that you should have just ridden off to the side of the net. Again, if you're playing man on man, that's your guy. Now for Jake Ottinger on this particular one, and you can't see Jay's left hand here that John's got an arrow pointing at, but he's actually trying to push Velarde out of the way so that he can see the puck. So I know there's going to be Ottinger comments. So Jake at the last second, he's got to look around to his left. It goes back to his right. But in this one here, you can kind of defend Jake a little bit because Thomas Harley, to me, is doing nothing except being more of a deterrent in front of him. And where I think you could get there, you meet him early, you ride him off to the side, and more than likely this guy doesn't even shoot the puck because they know Ottinger is going to make the save.
There was a big change, and I want to say it happened around the time of which Lindy Ruff was the head coach of the Dallas Stars, where...
Yeah, no, it started earlier. Are you talking about where they start to front it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my question to you, because what they did, especially on the penalty kill, was Lindy would say, because I remember the traditional things would be, no, you have to clear that guy out of the front of the net. And Lindy said, no. That's the goalie's job, is to make the save through that forward. Our guys are fronting. So my question to you, Luds, is if Harley's in that position, does he have to block the shot? Otherwise,
if he's there, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Where
one.
he is on that one.
But
he has to block that one.
Thomas doesn't, he's not a shot blocker,
No.
go down kind of shot blocker to me. But you can do the simple thing. Again, if you're playing that man on man, you know who your guy is. And as you skate backwards, you just kind of skate with them, but you ride them off to the side of the net. Because again, the way that players can skate, whoever that forward is, they get out there quick. So that defenseman's only got a second or two, and he's got to get it off. He's got to get
It wasn't even that funny. Here we go.
He's got to get that puck off his stick.
He's going to finish
So-
his chicks.
It's one of those nights where Lud's going to say something unintentionally sexual. I'm going to giggle. He's going to laugh. And we're going to go right into our reads. But no, because this one is a new one from Lud's. Next here on the Dallas Stars postgame show.
Buckle up, folks. The cells in our bodies are the building blocks of life. Timeline is your supplement that works with those cells to help give you more energy, feel stronger during workouts, and preserve health and mobility as you start to age, like the two next to me are. The patented ingredient is MitoPure, a postbiotic nutrient that clears our dysfunctional mitochondria, aka your cells in battery packs. With regular use, you'll see and feel the difference in the form of improved energy levels, better workouts, faster recovery, and more endurance. MitoPure recharges your cells and helps your body's system work better. It's the only supplement clinically proven to rejuvenate health at the cellular level, also shown to deliver double-digit increase in muscle strength and endurance without a change in exercise. Unlike these two. Right now, Timeline is giving you 10% off your order of MitoPure. Go to timeline.com/DLLS today to get you started. That's timeline.com/DLLS.
I got to say, Luds, well done. Time for us to talk about
MitoPure.
Sleeper. It's simply put the best fantasy league platform out there. Sam is already putting his head down for a reason because he put his quote-unquote puck knowledge to the test by picking whether his favorite or least favorite players will have more or less than their projected stats each week. This pregame, Sam went with Mikko Rantanen scoring a goal at Winnipeg. So his ticket already failed. He also went with Cale Makar getting a point at Calgary. That game's still going on, but he does not have a point as of yet. And then Oilers defenseman Evan Bouchard with more than 0.5 power play points against the New York Islanders. He did get an assist in the game, but it was not on the power play.
Nailed it.
So, Sam, better luck next time. If you think you have what it takes, new users can download the Sleeper app and use the code DLLS to get $55 of free entries when you place a $5 contest. Apply it to any contest. Doesn't have to be your first. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today.
Now, if John,
I should have gotten chapstick.
if John would ever clip some positive things that I say, one of the things I said to you on that was, why aren't you taking who? Shifley?
Yes.
I remember that.
I believe he had at least 3 points tonight.
Yeah, but did he score?
No.
Points.
Okay.
Points.
I usually don't take points. Usually goals. So
Except
Why not?
for
Probably
tonight.
easy.
Probably would
No.
have missed that anyway.
Tonight
I did
he-
get points
He picked
tonight.
points and power play points for Makar and Bouchard.
Defensemen are bigger
got
on
them
points,
wrong.
you know.
Well,
So-
that's a good bet, though. I mean, that's a good.
Yeah.
If you did that 82 nights,
Makar's
you'd
having
come
points.
out ahead.
Yes.
Thank you.
I would just like to say that so
Appreciate
far, John's record of picking for Sleeper,
yeah, he's elite.
Well, he
and
knows hockey better
Sam's,
than we do.
very different story.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, see, we'll do this on Sunday for the first time, but it's in the system already, so I can at least show you guys what it looks like. We have to put up this Sleeper leaderboard, and as you can see, there's a name missing from this leaderboard.
How are you not on number one right now?
Honestly, I'm guessing that nobody outside of this room knows that I've been doing the sleeper picks for away games.
I mean, but you've done.
So
you had
I
a
think
couple
what will happen is my record
does
will
it
just
say
be ushered
one
into
and
Sam's
one?
record. Will most likely
Haven't been
be
doing
how
this
it
all year?
goes.
just
I think
have
it's
it.
just started.
No, it just started
Oh.
because there's no way. You know, it must have actually.
Tied for second. I'll take
You did
it.
the last two games.
Yeah. I think it's just started. Just like,
Oh, that's why. So,
this
John, you had like a 4-0 record before the tracking was officially. That's just not
But so
fair.
when the Stars are, or I do the home games, not the away games.
I think it's a
so when the
weekly
Stars
thing.
are home, though, I guess my record will just be me and Sam because
So you're going to make Sam look a heck of a lot better.
I think it's a weekly thing.
that can be the dirty secret. We just won't tell anyone.
Okay,
I love it.
we won't tell
Bring
anyone.
me up to the top, baby.
You'll be my dirty little secret, Sam.
Yes. All-American rejects.
So in that first period, it was one-way traffic. It was Tanev with a breakaway he put over the net. Lowry had a backdoor chance, but he put it on the outside of the net. Then Samberg scored. You heard Ludz break down the Harley positioning thing. Shifley had a one-on-one with Jake Ottinger, went to his backhand, beat him to the far post, hit the inside of the post, and came right back out. And then Kyle-Connor scored on a one-timer from the left dot. I know everybody did not like that it was short side low on Jake. But, Luddy, you said it. I was thinking it, but you said it out loud. Kyle Connor's a shooter. How do you not stick with a guy who will be a shooter and cover him instead of chase the puck?
Yeah, I asked you guys, I said, give me 2 or 3 things that Kyle Connor does. He skates, he shoots. There's your top 2.
Yeah.
He's in the top 10 of most shots taken by a player in the league. So you have to know he's a shooter. My thing is when again, it's really easy when you go through it and pause it and stop it, but Jake didn't even look set to me. And Connor was already out in open space. And he wasn't at a great angle, right? But he's out there, and I'm thinking, you're still kind of standing up like this. I would think things would be tightened up because, he gets the puck off the stick quick, and usually he gets a lot on it. And I don't know if he got a lot on this one, but this was just a matter of, to me, maybe Jake didn't see the pass come out to him, but he should not have been beaten from that spot.
Second period, he scores again. Connor does. This time it's a 3-on-2, a little bit of a give-and-go move.
It was a mess.
There was all sorts of things that were problems, including coverage, but sometimes when you get chasing, mistakes happen. Usually chasing hockey is not a good way to do it.
Okay.
Was that the
Letty's got
the
some more
breakaway
for
too?
you.
Was that
So-
before that? Was that the almost breakaway for Granlund that led to this? That was that goal, right?
Yes. Yeah, he had a long stretch.
No, you go. I just was trying to remember if it was right.
Well,
play.
Here they are down in the offensive zone, right? And there's 4 blue jerseys down here, and there's 3 Dallas Stars jerseys. Then we go to the next clip. Now Thomas Harley wants to come in and press. Now you only see 3 because one of our other players is down in the corner yet on his way back. But when Harley does this, and you have to be able to count jerseys. I mean, you get in here, we know there's a problem going back. Puck ends up coming out. Now there's Thomas Harley on the bottom there chasing back to your own net. When you're a defenseman, if you're chasing back to your own net, you probably made a mistake. And then we have Granlund coming down the middle of the ice trying to catch up. And as Connor moves the puck across, now here there's another breakdown. Anyway, so this is ultimately what happens. The puck goes there, puck comes back, but you can see everybody chasing back to their own net. And the goal is the goal, right? So this puck to me probably shouldn't got back to the middle of the ice after this. But the bottom line is, I look in front of the net. It's number 21. That's a forward, by the way, in a white jersey on the left-hand side. Granlund's coming through the middle of the ice. That's a forward, by the way. And now we have a defenseman on the outside of being in front of your goaltender where I like him to defend. End of story. But this really gets down to Thomas Harley. And the thing is, Thomas did it again later. And it's like that at that point, the score is only 2-0. There's almost 14 minutes left in the third period or in the second period. So you have over a half a game left.
Yeah.
So time and score, there's no reason to start pressing up right now. You're getting a few looks at it, but now you kind of open the game up.
You go to the third period and it wasn't looking good for the Stars. And I kind of was hoping, I was getting accused of being overly positive because the Stars had a good shift where Rantanen won a battle along the wall, played it back to Marchment, who bumped it back to Rantanen, fired a shot, missed the net. But it was like, oh, well, okay, they're at least creating some space and at least a shot attempt. Well,
Lutz said no.
He said too positive. Well, Dylan DeMelo scored on a wrist shot from the top of the right circle that got deflected. It goes in. I was thinking, you get 1, you make it 3-1. We saw what they did when they had that furious comeback in Edmonton that fell just short. Maybe the Stars can do that. Well, not against this Jets team, not against this defensively structured team that supports each other really well, and not against Connor Hellebuyck.
They did change that goal to Morgan Barron.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
So there was
it was tipped.
Deflection in front. It wasn't DeMelo, but they did get a consolation goal in the final 4 minutes. Mason Marchment, maybe this will do him some good because he hasn't been very good since coming back from injury. Scores on a really nice play by Dodonov. Low slot, not much Hellebuyck could do. Well, it's not a shutout.
So if Pete took him away from Duchesne for whatever reason it was, put him back with him. I go back to the lines. I said this from 2 days ago. I didn't understand the lines, but he's had success mixing his lines up. Did I not ask you a couple times in the first half of the game, have we seen Rantanen?
Yes.
He wasn't noticeable. Now, a lot of guys weren't noticeable, but I don't know. I just look at the lines and I'm like, I know Rupe's not here, but I think you could have Robo, Wyatt, and Rantanen up there as your top line to push, and whether Rupe is going to be back or not, we'll see. I think in games like this, I'm sure there'll be some changes, and he may switch some guys back. But I didn't see him play with any lines really as the game was going on along tonight
Pairings
either.
changed a little bit, but that was it.
And I'm thinking that maybe, listen, no matter what I do, we're not where we're supposed to be tonight.
That meant Stars were still the only team in the NHL not to be shut out.
They have not been shut
So
out.
that's big. That's a win. We'll take it.
I don't call it
Confetti.
a win.
How many did we creep closer to Winnipeg tonight in the
points?
standings?
Yeah. The
Did we?
goal, the Marchment goal. Gave him half a point.
Oh, I didn't know. We forgot about the 0.5.
The only high danger chance of the night for the Stars was Mason Marchment's goal, which we talked about at the beginning, being kind of a perimeter team, which was very disappointing. And in the end, Luds, if they're going to win games against the Jets, they've got to be tougher. They've got to go to the net more.
Interior.
Yeah.
You got to get
And
interior.
they can't let the Jets shred them through the neutral zone right up the middle.
Yeah. It's, again, I some of the like I said earlier, the highlight package that they showed, you don't see any jerseys in the right areas of the ice in the offensive zone. Yeah, they outshot them, but it was probably a pretty easy night for top goaltender in the world right now.
Yeah, he didn't. What was his final stat line tonight? I believe he had 24 of 25.
Yeah.
Picks up the win. Doesn't get his league-leading 7th shutout. I actually was kind of expecting it. But Marchment from Dodonov and Cece picks up another assist. Kyle-Connor looked good tonight. Look, we're obviously big fans of Team USA. I thought Connor was really disappointing at the Four Nations. He was not really threatening. He Luds, was a bit of a perimeter player in that tournament when other guys were able to get more inside and create when there was no space. We saw it with Jack Hughes. We were disappointed with Hughes at the Four Nations. And then right after the break, Dallas goes to New Jersey. Hughes scores a couple power play goals. Stars get the win, but you start to see with a little bit more time and space just how dangerous Jack Hughes is, and Kyle Connor kind of the same way.
Yeah, he uses his speed. His outside speed generally gets him into a position. He can beat defensemen wide and things like that. But he's a shooter, and he's got quick hands, so he can bring it in on his backhand side, and he can pull it across and get it off before generally you can get in a lane or get your stick on it. So he's an effective player in that system, and he plays with Scheifele and Velarde. Now they have that big body that gets to the front of the net. So,
Do you guys want to know something interesting?
I always like hearing
Our
interesting
producer, John, just wrote this in the chat. He just lost my, quote, place user in timeout virginity. John, would you care to explain?
Yeah, there's some lack of civility going on in the chat right now between some of our Canadian friends listening to the show and some of our normal listeners. And I
Are they
felt
going
the
at
line
it?
was crossed by Ludz's white shin pads, so he has been placed in timeout for 10 minutes.
Oh, we
Wow.
got a
What?
10-minute
It
misconduct.
was our own that crossed the line. It wasn't even a.
Wait,
The Canadian
Winnipeg?
also went in. I don't know the user.
did I cross the line?
No.
So,
the person who has
like a
Lud's
good
shin pads
referee,
as their-
Yeah.
He gave them each 10 minutes to cool off
Calm
Were they
down.
going at it with each other?
in the
You're
chat.
getting embellishment.
Can we not? Oh, we probably can't show
Yeah,
that.
things were said about mothers and
Yeah.
Oh, there was one about
Be
moms
talking
that
about
I
my
kind of
mama.
giggled about real quick. But, John, for people watching, would you care to elaborate on your policy of policing said chat?
I mean, I'm trying to say this in ways that FCC friendly ways.
You want me to say it?
Don't be an ass.
Text it to me.
Don't be an ass, I guess.
Oh,
It's kind of the only way I know how to word it.
Civility.
Passion is great. Keep it civil, folks.
so do we have the Winnipeg fans in here again?
We do. There are some arguments going on. for
Well,
sure.
that's good. Didn't last time we were bombarded by
Yeah,
them.
oh, it's good.
And, of course, leave it to Allie to put
She's-
something funny again.
Allie's going
Popped
after him
his
too.
cherry, although she wrote charity. Popped his charity to a Canadian. Haha.
YouTube chat is quick to autocorrect.
Oh, maybe, but it had to have been trying to go cherry.
Yeah.
And then, they're just still enjoying it. Same here. Good job. A bunch of Canadians in here. Nice people.
We welcome them. Yeah.
We welcome you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you,
for
everybody.
joining us tonight. Up next,
Oh, yes.
How's $1?
it's that time. We're going to talk about your super chats.
We're gonna get chat
next here on the DLS Dallas Stars postgame show.
First, let's talk about a new one, Monarch Money. Finances can be messy and confusing. We all know that, especially me. Monarch Money acts like your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control so you can stop just earning and start growing Owen Newkirk. Don't just manage your money. Start building wealth with 50% off your first year for our listeners. Oh, boy. I lost my spot here. Here we go. Without a clear financial picture, financial dreams can feel out of reach. Monarch makes managing money simple, even for your busy lives. With all of your accounts in one place, easy for you to check on your credit cards, investments, checking accounts, all those things, so that you can look at it all in one place and make it very, very simple without all of the hassle. Get control of your overall finances with Monarch Money. Use code DLS at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year. monarchmoney.com with code DLLS.
All right, it's time for us to talk about Game Time. You know, it really is the best way to get tickets to your favorite sporting event, concert, theater show, stand-up comedy. How about Rangers opening day coming up at the ballpark over at Globe Life Field in less than a half a month, less than 2 weeks, March 27th. And you can find tickets going to the Game Time app or their website, gametime.co. You can also get tickets to the Mavs, the Stars, concerts, you name it. One of the things they have is a feature called Game Time Picks, which makes getting tickets for events even easier by filtering out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets to find the best value. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code DLLS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right. Here we go. Just a reminder, as we get into the Super Chats, we're going to talk about diehards again at the end of this segment. Sam just left. I don't know where he's going.
He must have to go to the bathroom, I'm guessing.
There he is. There's Sam.
Breaker of drains.
Luds, the chair's low enough we wouldn't necessarily know if he's sitting in there or not. Short joke. Usually Luddy's better at those. All right, let's start it up. First Super Chat.
Hold on, I'm not there
Oh,
yet.
we weren't ready yet. I was excited. So we lost a host.
By the way, I suggested to the chat that we do. Have you guys seen the movie The Purge, where all crime is legal for 24 hours? Ethan Hawke.
I don't think I've seen the movie, but I'm familiar with it.
Maybe we should do that in the chat at some point, like a 60 seconds. Just get everything out of your system right here, right now.
Did you just go get something to eat?
No, he just ran to get chapstick. He couldn't make it.
By the Mavs team.
You couldn't make it 30 more minutes, huh?
How the Mavs do tonight?
Real dry. They lost by 30.
Okay.
You have to drink more water, Sam.
Bing bang. Here.
All right, let's go. Super Chat time. Talk hockey with me. This is Jordan. I'm going to get more comfortable. We're going to lean back a little bit.
Yes.
Hayskin in 99. That wasn't great. Why do you think Pete DeBoer didn't adjust lines when things look so rough? Still the only team that hasn't been shut out, though. Go Stars.
I think that's a way of sending a message without doing anything. I think you're like, here's what we do all year long. I'm not changing anything. Get yourselves out of this. You guys figure it out. Whoever you're playing with, figure it out. That's what I think.
Yeah, I honestly think Pete's done sometimes too much of the shuffling. So he's looking for some combos right now, and I think Luds was saying that this game was out of reach and they were not playing well no matter what.
Let's go to the next one.
Can we first run through the guesses of where people thought Sam was going?
I would really like it if we would.
Sweet.
So first we have
the can.
RIP toilet. Then we have Sam is definitely running to the can. Sam's got to go poop. Destroyer of porcelain. Purge.
That was the last one.
No, there was another one too. It was actually there were a couple. One was something about
I'm conflating the Purge comments with the Sam go to the bathroom comments, which
Camera-
also still apply.
Fire at will for 60 seconds.
Trapdoor.
Cam then wrote, "Did Sam wash his hands?"
I didn't go to the bathroom.
And then Gallagher Champ had really funny because you had fire at will. He said, "I have nothing against Will," which is funny. And then, and by the way, Colin said, "Don't forget to share the chapstick, Sam."
Does anybody want it?
No,
It's good Burt's Bees, brand new.
no, thank you.
The good kind, 4-pack.
All right, let's go. Next one.
Bing bang.
Cam, a Hayskin in 99. Guess who became a DLS diehard? This guy. Hey, all right.
Welcome.
You can use that QR code right down there. I think Cam liked that Finnish Mafia shirt.
I do too.
Isn't that sharp?
Yeah.
John, can you show us that Finnish Mafia shirt again?
Sure.
Came out today. Luds, we need to get you one of those in a 3X.
Yeah, I would like to wear that.
It's really good looking. I like that.
Is there anything on the? Is that the front? Is there anything on the back?
I think it's just the front.
Yeah.
DLS, Tex.
The back is giant heads of all the Finnish players.
Like Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, just huge profile picture
Of all the Finns, past and present.
Very casually not smiling.
That's right.
Per usual.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Bing bong.
I think he sent these backwards by accident, so I'll do them in order.
Okay, so you're going to do it. T. Farmer with Ottinger. Just dropping this to say that Jake Ottinger is still a great goalie. The sky isn't falling.
Where is it? This one's different.
And stuff.
He's got a lot of
Stuff happens.
There we go.
There it is. Stuff, a.k.a. sugar honey iced tea, happens. Enjoy the ride because it's going to be fun in the playoffs.
And then
Bing
this was,
bong.
I guess he forgot to send this part first.
And then a little Heiskanen. Also, I miss Miro. Luds, I think that Thomas Harley has done a great job filling in as the Stars' offensive guy. But
what I will say, this is one game.
yeah, and no.
He's been good.
It's one game. He's been really good, but you can't replace Miro Heiskanen. It's hard to do. He's so good.
Of course.
They do miss him.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, not only just what he does there, but sometimes who's in the lineup because he's not in the lineup.
Right.
So it's kind of a trickle down effect.
It is subtraction by addition.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing. Before we get to the next chat, Miro comes back. Harley has shown that he can eat big minutes,
Yep.
and he can do it with somebody else on his pairing. Do you want to have them on separate pairs so that either Harley or Miro on the ice for 50 minutes of a 60-minute hockey game?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Lindell Heiskanen is my pair.
Yeah. And again, I would say you're right because that allows them to match up against. And the good news is you've got, because Thomas can play against top players. He can. He plays differently than Miro does. He definitely plays different than Essa does. Essa's just more in your face. He's always bugging you. The other guys do it with speed. Thomas does it with his feet, and Thomas's stick is getting better. Miro typically defends with the puck. He finds ways to take the puck away, then he keeps it and gets it up the ice. So whatever they do, we need Miro back, just to fill. It's like plugging holes.
He's the one defenseman on the Stars that isn't always trying to do the high flip. I know they do that breakout a fair amount, but
he doesn't have to. He can skate it out.
He can skate it out.
Yeah.
Which is really darn impressive. All right, let's go to the next
Bing
one.
bong.
Michael Moore with a Heiskanen 99.
New profile picture again.
Yes, this time it looks like a Corvette. Is that what I'm looking at? It looks like a front end of a Corvette. Didn't Pete say before the game something like, "You're not winning the cup this game"? To me, that's letting in complacency before the puck dropped.
I think what Pete was trying to do is the build-up. There was a big build-up about this game and media and all that kind of stuff. Is like, let's just play the game. Regardless of how this ends up, we're not winning the cup. We're not losing the cup. This is a measuring stick to where we got to get to, regardless of how they played, what they can change, things they've learned out of this game. But yeah, I think that the media always builds up these games. They're going to do the same thing in 2 nights from now.
Yeah.
Here's your first round matchup. That's what they're going to say.
John?
Now, did Colorado finish off winning tonight? They were up by a goal
They were
or
up
two.
2-0 last time I looked.
Okay.
Nope, 2-1, early third period.
Okay.
Parker Kelly. Oh, sorry, it's for the Avs. Blake Coleman, a Plano, Texas native that you know pretty well, has his 13th goal of the year. 3:08 into the third period. They're now a minute past that. So Calgary's not out of this one yet. Colorado hasn't won it yet either.
Lud's White Shins is free at last.
I was going to say, I wanted to pause our Super Chats for just a moment because
Welcome
our
back.
referee, John, over here. John,
is that the one who's on timeout?
Yep.
Yep.
He said
10
10 minutes. I was defending Stars' honor.
Lessons learned.
The referee said,
You
you'll
know?
get in the box and you'll like it.
Yeah. You're getting an embellishment.
I think the next interval is 30 minutes. So
So you're saying that
which
after
would
the
be more minutes than Lud's ever played.
What
in
do
the
we
game.
have to do to get in that timeout?
you can't get off the show early.
Ah,
Doesn't work that way. Nice try.
You have to go? Your lips bothering you?
I have the chapstick for that.
Huh?
No, just
Sam's lips don't lie.
yeah. Sometimes just ready for bed.
What's
Lud.
bothering you?
Nothing.
Nice
I'm
job.
Needs a
good.
cease.
Nice.
I'm happy.
All right, let's go to the
Hanging
next
with
one.
Luds today. And
I'm on the wrong page.
oh man, and Jay.
Bing bong.
A.
What?
Michael,
I tried to give
save him
nicknames-
from himself,
nicknames on the
please.
fly.
Heiskanen and 99 Cup year. Why the change up in lines? Does Pete not believe in an elite line? Why not Wyatt with Robo and Mikko?
Great question. I said the same thing when I saw it. I just think maybe they were looking for what could be. Let's find out. Rupe's out right now. What happens if we run into this kind of stuff? And Pete does it quite a bit. I mean, he tinkers around with it. And like we've talked about, they keep track. And these two guys, I've said this lots of times, is that I think you look for two guys and then you find a third guy in a line that complements the other two. And maybe that he's just looking. I was surprised that he didn't go back and try to load up a line. Yeah. Like I thought maybe when it was 2-0 and things didn't seem like they were getting enough interior, I thought maybe you just throw Wyatt up there with Robo and Rantanen and kind of load that up and let them go. But he maybe have thought, you know what, we're just going to let these guys run. They don't want to play. We're going to let it go.
All right, let's keep on rolling.
Bing bong.
Tommy Carlson with a Lundqvist and year after the Cup win. The lines tonight were rough. I believe that Moose should be playing with Dutchy. Missing Hintzy, I don't know if that's a thing, has an impact on Robo. Why Joe needs his own line?
Yeah.
Look, there's no doubt, Luds, that if everybody's healthy, it's going to be some combination of Hintz, Duchesne, and Johnston down the middle, I think.
Yeah, I was looking at like the next game, and I don't know who's playing.
We don't even know if Hintz is going to play. I would be not shocked, but I'd be a little surprised.
It feels like it shouldn't happen. It just feels kind of silly.
If he meets the team in Colorado. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't, but I'm just saying I'd be a little surprised.
So I agree. I don't think you're going to fly him out there for one game.
For one game in the regular season.
Maybe is ready to. Maybe it's worth it to fly them both
out there.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean,
I would put Robo with Wyatt and Mikko, Marchment, Duchesne, Granlund, Ben Bork, and Dodonov, and then whatever you have, Beck, Steele, Blackwell.
Is there anything to the? Because I think
that's
part of it.
Hintz isn't there.
Yeah, I think
that's
part of it.
Yeah, Rupe is there. I got different.
But part of it feels like they're waiting to be healthy and maybe seeing. This is just my guess, but maybe seeing what they have outside of that. Right? We talked about the pregame.
When you say, what do you mean waiting to be healthy? What do you mean by that?
Hintz and Sagan.
Okay.
But the reason I'm saying that is like you can't. You need to also win some games here. You can't just
you have to have. You want
when you maybe get Sagan.
How many
back.
games are left?
This is game number 65 today. So some quick math.
17.
Wait, you can't do that.
17.
It's got to end with a 2. 17. So that means 17. Yes. Okay, so you have to go.
Lud's giving Sam a hard time for not quick math.
He doesn't know what numbers, but it's got to end.
No, he was on it. He knew that. I'm saying Lud's was giving you a hard time.
So
I love it. I know. Chapped lips.
10 and 7 is
bad
not,
math.
10 and 7 is not good enough for this team. To me,
why
to go? Well, because I think that's
no momentum.
way away from your 625 or 626 points percentage that you're, because I think of 17. I'd like to see him win 12 games. That's what I would like, and I think that gives you the momentum and more positive things and going into the playoffs, because you're probably going to play a really good opponent. So you got to have your game in order.
Play Colorado.
Yeah, you're going to have
pretty much locked in now.
And I don't think that Colorado, the way that they're going, and not knowing their lineup at all, I don't think they're only going to be, 3 or 4 games over 500. I think they're going to continue.
The Stars' remaining schedule is a weird mix of really good and really bad teams.
Yeah,
they will get to see in the next month and it's 5 weeks. They'll see Colorado, Tampa, Minnesota, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg again, just to name a few, and the likes of Anaheim, Philadelphia, 2 against Seattle, a couple against the awful Nashville Predators, although that's a division game, the Penguins, and then whatever iteration of Detroit and Vancouver, and Utah's in there too. So there you go. Lots of it. They could easily win 12 games, but they could also. Look. This is one game. It's not the end of the world. John, the sky is definitely not falling.
The sky is falling.
It was quicker that
Sorry,
time.
I'm in the middle of banning someone.
I saw, John.
Oh, you're banning somebody.
Oh yeah,
nice.
I saw.
Super.
Is there any way to accept the money and then ban them?
No, I don't care if you send a super chat. If you say something like that, I'm gonna ban you.
I didn't even see what it was.
It was just.
Is there anybody in this chat room here thing that has asked the question, "Who's the goaltender against Colorado?" yet? Has that question come up? I'm surprised nobody's asked that
tomorrow?
question.
I mean, on Sunday?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I'm
By
surprised
the way,
nobody's
chat,
at-
I'm not the Canadians in the chat. I'm not a Stars fan, so like saying stuff offensive to the Stars
Is John
like
paying
doesn't
attention
phase
to
me.
anything?
No,
else?
he's got a lot going on in here.
No.
I'm seeing
He
it.
just had to ban somebody who put his super chat.
They're doing the thing.
Yes.
This used to always happen in the sports radio days, where listeners from the away team station would come spy on your
Right.
station and then like go report back to their hosts and stuff. And like they don't understand that like not all of like I'm a media member. I cover the Stars. I'm not a Stars fan. Like, you can say stuff about the Stars, but if you say what that guy said, even if it's a super chat, we're not reading it.
Super chat and diss us or say stuff about the Stars, all good.
Yeah.
Just don't be inappropriate.
By the way, it also
That's all.
wasn't funny what he said either.
Yeah,
Like
just
it
don't
wasn't
be
a good
inappropriate.
joke. And he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna diss you guys." I was like, "That's not a diss. I'm not a Stars fan. You're not dissing me for anything. Say stuff about the Bruins, and you're dissing me."
Speaking of dissing, Allie wrote, tried to send a super chat, but it froze my app, so my chat was as successful as the Stars tonight.
Fair.
Which is
See,
funny.
like, that's funny.
That would have been
That's
a good.
clever.
That would have been a good super chat.
Right there, you can read it.
Oh.
Her app.
Oh, her app.
What are you thinking about, Luds? Yep, no comment. Okay, hi, Allie. Let's get to more super chats next here on the
Mercifully.
DLS Dallas Stars postgame show.
If I have something I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Let's talk about being a diehard. Like I said earlier, we have very little time left, about 90 minutes left before the free agency NFL frenzy goes away. Luds is pointing to the QR code. Scan that. No, we'll be
One
back.
time I got it right.
You've done it more than once.
Remember how into it Janko was when
He was into
sliding
it.
down
Yeah,
his
he was
chair.
helping it. Well, it was low to the ground, so
Yes.
easy for him. No, that's
Easy.
Luds' joke.
Easy.
Look at that. $36
My
instead
legs
of
are stuck.
$79.99. It's a phenomenal deal. It ends tonight at midnight. You can get a DLS t-shirt. You can pick one out like the Skyline shirt like this. You can't pick out the sweatshirt for a free t-shirt, but you can get 20% off that sweatshirt at the merch store. You could even get this new one that dropped today, this fantastic Finnish Mafia on pre-sale or pre-order right now. So you can get that, and then it'll be mailed to you as soon as it becomes available.
We better be wearing that on Sunday. We better all be
It's
wearing
not
it.
available yet.
Inside of our studio, it's not?
No.
Ben, get off the boat. Come give us some
You're
shirts.
yelling at our boss on his
He can't hear us. He's on a
vacation.
boat.
He's probably
He
watching.
probably is watching.
He hasn't
He's
returned
he's
my
gonna
text
super
either
chat
from
it.
5 hours ago.
Well, he should. I mean,
I
how
know,
dare
it's
he be on
Just because
vacation?
you're on a cruise enjoying
to get
yourself.
Oh, I know. You're trying to
Yeah.
do that. By the way, there's also a new drop that Luds is a big fan of. Besides the Finnish Mafia t-shirt that dropped today, it's Monday's St. Patty's Day. And
Who else in the love
Patty's Day
girl
is
say
Monday?
yeah?
Monday.
Craig Button will be on the show on our
Observance
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day
Great.
show.
Oh, we
What's
have
his-
one on Monday?
Yes.
Oh.
We talked about it yesterday.
I was well wrong.
Is Button an Irish name? Probably not.
It might be.
Seems more Ukrainian.
That's an interesting take.
What happens if you push
You can
him?
get the St. Patrick's Day shirts on our website, alldls.com. You can also use
He
your
buzzes.
diehard discount to get a discount on those shirts. Access to all of Sam and Sean's writing and everybody that writes with no ads on the DLS website, alldls.com, and many other wonderful features. And we have some more super chats to get to, but you should really think, if you're thinking about being a diehard, you want to get into the Discord.
Breaking news.
Oh,
No, it's not breaking.
Oh.
Don't worry. Go. I'm just going to keep doing this until you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. They are now asking, so who goes in goal on Sunday?
Well, I had that.
I'm just saying that people are guessing. So what would you say?
That would have been a good moment for the squirrel drop. As we talked
Yeah,
about.
I
lot
agree.
going on
I
over
put
here.
Jake
What's
back
that?
in the net.
There's a lot going on over here.
Yeah.
Who do you put in goal?
Jake.
Sunday.
Jake. He's your number one. If he's not exhausted, he goes back in there.
Agreed.
The squirrel drops are broken anyway.
No.
I just discovered.
Did
Squirrel!
Jake lose
There we
go.
both to the Ducks too? Was he in net for both of those?
No.
The home one he
I
wasn't.
think Casey started one of against Anaheim. And he didn't get any run support in that
Yeah.
one, if I remember correctly. The team was awful against the Ducks the first time. They weren't much better the second time. So we'll see if the third one. I would go with Jake. Why? Because he's your guy. Casey DeSmith has been great, and you can put him in, and he's been solid. But
Feels like an
play him
important
into
game.
form.
Feels like an important game
Yeah.
on Sunday now for after this.
yeah,
Just feels like they need to at least show
I just
up
well,
and
yeah.
play a
Look,
good game.
every team has a couple of stinkers now and then. It's unfortunate it's against the top team in the division and the conference, and you wanted to show out a little bit better. But it's one game. If they do this for 2 weeks, I'd say, hey, there's a problem here. I'm not really worried about it. I think that this team will be fired up to try to play at their absolute best, as Rantanen has a huge game on Sunday afternoon.
Andrew Leonard said put Wedgwood in.
Of course he did. Well, Wedgie might
Andrew's
start that
been
game.
hit
Might
by
be
a couple
against them.
mortars in the side of the head, I think.
All right, more Super Chats. Let's go.
Bing bong.
Tommy again. Thumbs up to Luds with his little Brendan Smith and year after the cup. Harles had a rough night. I miss Miro. Yep.
Collins will be back. He'll be
I
back.
think
He'll be fine.
This whole team misses Miro.
But it will be interesting to play Colorado because we haven't seen them, obviously, down the middle of the ice. how they
Not
are.
since
They
the
are-
trade deadline.
They are assembled differently.
Yes, they are.
You know, and I think Big Val is going to continue to do Big Val kind
They're
of things.
different when he's playing. I mean,
man.
he was out for 50 games and then he was injured. And those when he's not in the lineup, that's a big change for them.
Can you think of another player like him in the league?
From a physical stand, like a
Just-
forward.
Can you think of another Val Nichushkin? Give me somebody close.
I mean, I want to say Mikko Rantanen, but I don't think he's as fast a skater as Val is.
And Val plows through people.
Val is like Nate McKinnon, but bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's as fast as McKinnon either.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the same kind
No,
of hands.
not that
and,
burst
I mean,
and
well, he has
everything.
good hands, but he's not. You know, he's not a.
What
120
about
pound guy.
Well, I heard somebody comparing Rantanen to Evgeny Malkin, which was an interesting comp.
Yeah, but
But when Malkin was younger,
I don't think he could still skate like Val.
I think Val's even quicker than him then.
I feel like I had one, but I blew it.
And when Val, like on the power play, when he gets to the front of the net and he
How about
establishes
Eric
his
Lindros?
ground, well, there's an element there that Val doesn't have in him.
The punishing physical
Yeah.
side. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
He was a freight train.
Yeah, and he could back himself up.
Took
So,
some hits too, eh?
Well,
I can't think of
Wasn't
another
he the
player.
Scott Stevens
that-
hit? Wasn't that
Who?
Lindros?
What?
Wasn't Lindros? the
Oh,
one
look
that
at that.
got
Michael
blown
in the
up by
chat
Scott
said Eric
Stevens?
Lindros,
Yeah,
too. I didn't
That
even
was
look
the
at
big
it.
one, right?
3 times.
Thinking the
KO.
same way, Michael.
That was the one in Philly.
Yeah.
Bing
My
bong.
2000 Devils Stanley
All right,
Cup
let's go to the
champion
next
video.
one. Oh, another one from Tommy. A Smith and DeSmith. Are you going to throw your hat?
Is this the third one?
Yeah.
Was there one
I
about
was
me
gonna
that
wait
he
till
asked?
you.
What's that? You want me to read it first?
Yeah, read it
Okay.
first.
New Ted Lasso season announced. I still believe. Good for you, Tommy. I know. I think it'll be good. I like the first three
Do it.
seasons.
Do it.
I missed it. I thought I was going to catch it.
Good thing I didn't trust Owen to
Throw it
catch
back
that.
to me,
I was
Sam.
gonna-
I don't want to get up.
Well, that chair almost fell over. Not only do we have to throw it back, because you probably have to throw it again,
Oh, I dropped it.
but just like the Dallas Stars goaltending tonight, they were a little
I'm not
behind.
throwing it again. Oh, Michael Moore is another one.
Let's go. Oh, wait. I just said let's go as John was ready to get it. He's
Hold on.
trying to get his hat with
Let's
his
go,
toe.
like Hurts.
Hold on. I'm
Uh,
gonna.
Tom Brady, isn't that a Hurts commercial where he says, "Let's go"?
Yeah, maybe.
John would know.
Well, that was the thing he yelled. It was very original. He used to yell it when
Was
he
he
ran
the
out of
first one who
tunnel.
started that whole thing, or no?
No.
I'm the first person in history to ever use the phrase "Let's go."
Well, I mean
was
that the
Tom
bro
Brady.
way of saying it, the "Let's go" way that my cousin says to
I
me
don't-
every
Yeah, we
time
can
he
credit
talks
him
to
for
me.
that. Hold on.
See, there you go, John. Wow,
Nicely done. I wish they could have seen the
I think,
beginning
your,
of that.
I think your pants rolled
From
up even
foot
higher.
to hand. All right, let's go to the next super chat.
Bing bong.
We've got a Heiskanen 99 from JEF 250. Luds, do the
Look at that
Stars need
truck.
an enforcer to stick up for teammates, play physical, get into scrums, or fight to get this team energized?
Oh, it's too late now. There is. I think the guy that's going to bring that, maybe not the fighting side of it that we've seen yet, is going to be Leon. You know, I think Bischel, when he gets back in the lineup, he ends up every night having 4 or 5 hits, 6 hits sometimes. So, would I like that guy? Yeah, I think again, I look at when you're inside the playoffs, and you need to know that guy is there. But that's not the MO of this team, this organization, where they built their team. And again, they're one of the top 2-3 teams in the league.
Yep.
So they're going to continue to roll the way that they go.
I couldn't help but think tonight when the Stars weren't playing real well if it would have been different with Bischel in the lineup. He definitely brings an element they don't have a lot of, but I just don't know if one Leon Bischel would have been enough to change.
Hits tonight were 35-17.
Do you think
And it didn't seem like
Yeah, it wasn't
Winnipeg was
overly
like
imposing.
a punishing
No.
group, but they just finish.
Yep.
They make it hard that they put you in. Anytime you're hitting guys, it takes something out of you, and you got to get back
Speaking
into the
of
play.
finishing, Val Nichushkin just finished off the Calgary Flames with an empty
Empty
netter.
netter.
There you go.
There you go. All right, let's go to the next one.
Stop saying.
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. It was supposed to be this.
He's gonna finish his chicks.
Bing bong.
There's really nothing wrong with that one. All right, Michael
Oh, wait,
Moore.
hold on.
There's the.
There's another one from
Oh.
Tommy first.
Oh, okay. So
went in
Tommy
order.
with
I
are
thought I
we
saw one.
up to 4 now?
Yep.
Another Smith and year after the Cup year. At Sam, you're welcome for
assuming
the
that's you're
article update last post-game show.
Was Tommy, remind me, was that because I forgot that Matt Dumba scored and he was one of the other stars to score his first? I think that's what he's talking about.
What are you trying to get him to spend some
Either
more
way,
money?
no, you can say
He
a
wants a
regular
shared
one.
byline.
Either way, thank you.
All right, let's go to the next
Bing
Michael
bong.
one. A Hayskin and 99. By next weekend, the Stars could be in
That's
third
not-
if they lose Sunday.
That's not
You-
a good.
You are
scenario.
correct. That's my Stars wrapped Corvette in the picture. I'll bring it to Cosm.
What? Do we get to go on a ride?
Are you going to throw the hat?
Is that a 3? I got it.
Hit me. Coming back at you.
I was ready. That
Over
is
the
a
top.
dense cowboy hat. Do we get to go in this car?
Are you
Like-
asking to go into his car?
I'll
It'll
gi-
be your Michael
Michael-
Moore can drive you home. After.
Michael, I'll give you some chapstick if you give me a ride home.
I'll give you some chewed gum if you give me a
Yeah,
ride home.
give you some chewed gum for a ride home.
Let's go to the next one.
Bing bong.
Allie with a $13.99. That was a Nichushkin and 99 cup. You're Canadian. If you want to go U.S., it is a Madonna and Eric Cole. You were 72?
Yeah.
Was that Eric Cole?
Yep.
Grew up a rink rat, youngest in the family of 6, where we'd spend the 14-hour drive to, I don't know how to say that. Is it Dauphine, Manitoba? Could be Dauphin, but I'm going to go with Dauphine. Playing hockey trivia. I thought I knew hockey. Then Luds breaks down plays, and I think I know nothing.
Yeah, but you're learning. Sometimes I get a little carried away. I get anally carried away with the details sometimes. But
You
don't
are
save that one, John.
I'm looking at John out of the corner of my eye.
He's gonna finish his chicks.
Hey, Michael just said I can drive his car at Cosm.
Would you
Oh,
let
God.
Sam drive one
He'll
of your
have one
vehicles?
less tire by the time he's done with it.
He's got a booster chair in there.
See,
I'm a decent
we're
driver.
never too far from the short jokes. Is Allie's the last one? Or are we still rolling?
I'm a
on?
decent,
Bing
I'm a
bong.
decent
Okay.
baiter.
Burned
Decent
oils
water?
with a little
Baiter.
Oscar Beck or Brendan Morrow. And
master.
28 is, I believe, Alexander Petrovic. John Anderson. By the way, Burned Oils, you spelled his last name wrong. It's S-E-N, please. It's Norwegian. John Anderson isn't just our all-star producer. There it is, right there. Thank you. Look, S-E-N. He's also our dearest protector. I'm glad he keeps us safe from all those mean trolls trying to cause havoc in our beautiful chats.
I mean, I don't care about trolls, but that one guy was just.
All right, can they hit the like button too? Them people
The
that are in the
trolls?
chat.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
They should hit the like button.
well, the Canadians.
Yeah.
Why can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
should.
like and
Anybody can like.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
I just haven't heard you bring that up tonight.
That's all,
so I
folks.
thought
Me?
John, did
I
you
just
see?
slide it
Did
in
you
there.
I like
see
that.
Lud's
You can
Shin's
always
comment?
bring up like the video.
I think they tried to send a super chat and your timeout might have banned it.
Hold on. Now I'm clicking. all
Oh,
over
how
the place.
about that? So Allie gave me an update on the chat, or us. It's Dolphin, but without the L, so it's Dolphin. And it's the home of Butch Goring, longtime NHLer who is the color analyst on the New York Islanders TV broadcast.
Butchie, up in the toy attic. I hate that reference.
Yeah, this is Ludz's huge white shins comment. No, I think we did it while. Oh, I might have skipped it by accident. Actually,
Or we did it while they
this.
were in timeout.
Okay, here we
Bing
go.
bong.
A Oscar Beck, you're after the cup, from Lud's Huge White Shins, who, by the way, if I had a punk band, I would call it Otter's Really Bad Starts. By the way, first,
Orbs.
one of 2 first 10-minute misconducts on the DLS Stars chat.
He repaid the 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah, with $10. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Now I'm gonna give him a half hour next, and then
And
if
then,
that's now that we figured out his formula.
When you get out of the box, where does he go? Lutz?
so if
On
you,
the ice or to
if
the
you
bench?
To the
put
bar.
him in timeout once, John,
Yes.
and can you give him another 10, or does it automatically go to 30?
Who are we putting in the box? What's going on?
Well, Lud's way.
No, I can pick the time.
Okay,
I have to go over here to do it though.
but you could do it in 10. You don't have to do 30.
Why has he got to go back in the box?
He doesn't.
No, he's good.
He's threatening for future punishments.
Oh,
It's like, hey, you got your 2 this time. I'm giving you a 10 next time.
Oh, and give me a TV wrap up. Quick,
I would be happy to do so. Thank you very much for everybody tuning in on our television platforms tonight. Please make sure to like and subscribe here on the pod and check out alldlls.com.
The options are 24 hours, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds.
Oh, you should do the 10 seconds.
10 seconds
Just
would be
start throwing them
hilarious.
out there.
I don't understand anything that's happening in this chat.
By the way,
I never do.
But people are putting my name and like, remember that? I'm like,
No.
I don't remember yesterday's show.
so
Ardell talking about episode 2, things he remembers from
they're
that.
having fun.
What was that?
Allie said that her band
2023?
name would be Blame It on the Wine. And then Lud's huge white shins said Lud inspires me. Because why
to
would
do
you?
what? Like,
And this is interesting. LMG says listening to Joey with Locked On Stars sounds like hints may be back on Sunday. What does Joey know? Anything?
is that Joey?
Well, that's not Joey,
Oh.
but somebody was listening to that.
Joey's got a burner and he's in the chat plugging
Yeah,
his own
so,
podcast.
I would imagine it's just the thought of it.
The
but I don't know
again, it did sound like what we were hearing from Pete was, and from Jim Nill was on our show this week. If you haven't gone and watched the Jim Nill episode, he did a remote for us. He's going to come in studio later on, and that'll be a lot of fun. But he said that it's 5 to 7 days without raising your heart rate from the incident
Yep, which was on Saturday.
on Saturday. So if it's 5 days, that means that the math times out. So he could theoretically be ready to play on Sunday. Between you're worried about having rope hands for your playoffs, and he's not on the trip, so it would have to be a special flight. We've all kind of said it just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Now, you could talk about that and make the Colorado guys prepare and think about it and waste a few extra coaching prep minutes. But my guess, again, there's no insider knowledge here. My guess is Rope Hintz is not in the lineup on Sunday in Colorado. That if anything, we'll see him maybe Tuesday against the Ducks.
I hope he's back.
Oh, that'd be great.
Not just as a coming back into the lineup.
Why?
Well, because there's times that I think you could push through some things. You know what I mean? When he takes a hit off the ankle and something like that. I would like to see him push through this and say, I need to get back in there.
Is he wearing a bubble?
I don't even know. Where is it?
It's the eye.
Well, I mean, if it's like,
it's not an orbital.
Well,
it
no,
must be
there's
nothing,
no
no bone. It was
cheekbone.
just swelling. No
I
fracture.
don't think there was a fracture.
Really?
No
Yes.
fracture. Just
They said
swelling
that he dodged
on the eye.
They got really lucky. It wasn't as bad as Marchment's.
I don't know this, but I'm guessing if it's up by the eye, sometimes you have to keep the blood pressure or heart rate down because the swelling could cause vessels and things like that.
Okay.
Injuries. But
I think Luds has
No
had
fracture.
a couple more blunt force impacts around the eyes than we have.
I don't know.
Self-inflicted.
Let's knows my brain.
Yeah.
My brain's been
Self-inflicted.
rattled around a few times.
Speaking of which, Stars will play in Colorado on Sunday afternoon. We'll be on the air at 2:00. It's a 2:30 puck drop. It's a TNT HBO Max exclusive.
Yeah, they're doing
National
a cool animated.
Are those the games, John, where we can't get any videos to do on TNT?
Yes, that is correct.
They're doing a cool
Well, unless
animated.
you asked to borrow my Max sign-in.
No, I have a Max sign-in. The issue
Oh.
is that the second it detects,
It won't let you screen record.
recording
That's
software,
right.
It will kick you out.
That's right. One thing that'll be good about it, though, was that we will have a lot of fun. We'll have the animated show.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not animated.
That would be so cool if we were though.
By the way, in a past life of mine, the first ever time that happened was when I used to work for Next Gen Stats, and they did the Toy Story game. I think was the first one they did on Disney.
Yeah.
And I got to write trivia that aired on Disney Plus during the Toy Story game.
No
that
way.
had to be like NFL themed. It was the most absurd thing of all time.
But you
We
were
have
part of that
Superchats.
broadcast. Very cool.
Yes, in a way.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, they're pretty cool when they do them, like the big
Yeah.
city greens and stuff. They're fun.
They did a Simpsons one.
Yeah.
I remember the Simpsons one. I think I remember the Toy Story one, too. All right, so we're wrapping things up here, and I do want to just ask these guys one more thing about the
Super
Colorado
chats.
game. Oh, and we have another super chat.
Oh yeah, Tommy's reporting more news to us.
Go ahead.
Oh, I hit my own cam instead of Bing Bong.
Bing bong.
It's late.
Another Brendan Smith, and year after the Cup win, Sagan skated with the Rampage during a practice. With the Rampage.
18s or
Isn't
16s,
that,
Tommy?
what's
Well,
his
that's-
name?
That's who we beat in regionals.
Is that right?
Isn't
Well,
that
it depends. 18s or 16s. I don't know.
Either way,
what
I
team
thought he
does
was.
Joey do the play-by-play for?
Wait, the Colorado, like,
Do you remember? No, he's
Why
talking about
would he
San
be in
Antonio.
Colorado?
Isn't that San Antonio?
No, he's not in
I'm thinking
Joey
of,
does like a
I'm
Corpus
thinking of the
Christi
Colorado
team.
Rampage.
Corpus Christi is the team that
No,
Joey
he's
does.
Corpus. I
think-
thought he was doing some with
Well,
some.
that would mean he. But if he skated
the
with
Brahmas.
the Rampage,
Lone Star
I'm thinking-
Brahmas.
He skated with the Brahmas as well.
The
but I
Rampage
believe the
are
Rampage
the
is
old
San Antonio,
San
right?
Antonio AHL team, which
Yeah.
actually is where Mikko Rantanen came up because they used to be Colorado affiliated back when they existed. And Christian wrote Brahma's not Rampage. Yeah. So we saw that.
Oh, yeah.
It was the day that we had, was it Nil on?
Yeah.
That we were talking about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Tyler was, I think so.
Wildfong would have bagged him too, probably. Dan would do that, the coach.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, he would. He would.
Yeah. No reason why he shouldn't. He's trying to get back to shape.
Well, that's why Tyler was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to have some other guys to skate with because he can skate with Stan all day, the Stars skills coach, but sometimes it's nice to have a few other players on the ice.
But you'll get more in game-like stuff.
That's what I mean. Yeah, a little more
Practices
intensity.
and maybe a little scrimmage or whatever they did.
By the way, all the Canadians are now trolling us about our egg prices.
Right now, $0.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get them from Owen, they're $0.
Unless you do overhead when you talk about chicken feed, coop maintenance.
Just ask them what their exchange rate is.
Did you get eggs?
I eat like a dozen eggs every 3 days.
Did you get them from them?
No, I can bring you some. Would you like
some eggs?
Really?
Farm fresh from the suburban
I'd
Newkirk
love some
farm?
I want to see your chickens.
Well, how do you get 'em?
first?
My
He's got
chickens.
chickens.
Oh, I thought you meant like they're out of
No.
Massachusetts.
He goes
or
out back
something.
and milks his chickens.
Not from my
milks the chickens?
folks. We have backyard chickens.
You take them out of them. or
No,
you
no,
let 'em
I
lay
let
'em?
them do their process.
Oh,
I
okay.
just collect them. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
chicken
cool.
farmer.
White or
What
brown?
about eggs?
White or brown?
A little bit of everything. We have multiple breeds, so we have some that are like a
We can
light
paint
blue.
them for
We've
Easter.
got several that are brown, some that are lighter. I don't know if we have any like the solid white. I don't think we have any of those breeds. So
They do know we're talking about eggs. up there, right?
eggs.
Okay.
I sure hope so, because if not, that's really out of context. So now that we've gotten that out of the
Hey,
way,
we finally got a good chirp from one of the Canadian people.
what's
I can't
that?
wait.
Jake laid a few tonight. Thank you, Philly Danger. That's funny.
That's good.
We appreciate cleverness here. That's good. Yep. I'll give you that one. So yeah, by the way, Burned Oil said John is loving the egg talks. So let's talk about the Avs one last time. How big of a deal is that? We know that Mikko Rantanen has a dinner plan tomorrow night with his Avalanche teammates, including Gabe Landeskog, who hasn't played for a year and a half and may not play. He's going to be stubborn to try to get back, but it might end up like Ben Bishop.
Cool
where he just-
documentary came out on TNT about it.
Yeah. I'm cheering for the guy to get back, but I don't know. Anyway, they've got to air some laundry, Luds, and some of it might be dirty.
Who?
The Avalanche and Mikko Rantanen, they're getting together for dinner on Saturday night. Landeskog said this publicly.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Before the game. Day before. Night
Said it
before.
on
Tomorrow night.
Spit and Chicklets. He was talking about how he was like, first of all, I love Mikko. He's a brother to me.
Who said
but-
this?
This is Landeskog.
Yeah.
He said, but when he comes in, we're gonna go to dinner. He's gonna pay the bill, and we're gonna air some stuff out.
He goes,
said-
he's got
is it
plenty of
just
money.
those two?
no, it's
No,
just
I think it's
former teammates, probably
He
Nate
and a bunch of his
few them.
Avalanche teammates, yeah.
But he said, I know it's his chance to get paid, but he's got a lot of dough.
Well, that was talking about paying for dinner. But they were also
No,
talking
his
about
contract.
The game has changed.
Yeah, but it was also they're also because I think when Rantanen got traded, it was such a blindside for everybody, and then he had to leave.
Did he?
So they never really had
Did he
time
go
to.
and ask the coaches and everything about this?
Who?
You know,
Oh, the
Rant-
Stars? I have no idea.
You just make that.
Colorado.
No.
No, he's talking about
Here.
Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they do what they want to do, right? I don't think you go ask the coaches for permission.
Yeah, but you don't really make that part public.
well,
But-
Landeskog did.
Yeah, Landeskog did. I think he told us in this. Mikko said in his first press conference that he was
game
having
has
a-
changed.
that he was
Well,
going to dinner.
and Cody Ceci was going to
Hawaii.
with his Sharks teammates after he got traded to Dallas. So
Well, that was a break.
it was.
You got a game
But
the next day.
It's not a playoff game.
Wedgie Sam?
Yeah, a little sweaty.
And a Scott Wedgwood.
you done?
Oh, he's just breaking stuff.
Are
now.
you done?
I was going to see if I could stand.
Are you standing?
He's shockingly, Sam is barely taller than the
I was
camera
going to say he's
shot.
almost
Get
fully
off
in
your
frame.
chair.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Their
This was
phone
fun.
books under the table?
He's accusing you of having things to stand on.
Harsh. No, I'm.
So
You got
anyway,
yellow pages
aside
under
from
there?
all that stuff, the whole point of this is he has to go back and face the Colorado media. He has to go play in front of those fans. He didn't want to leave, Lutz. He didn't ask to leave. He was traded by the Avalanche. So I would hope that if anything, that the fans would be upset with management in Colorado, not the player, but that may not be the case. You think he's going to get booed on Sunday?
I don't know. I'm still baffled. But
You're
whatever.
baffled about dinner.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the guy. This is the guy who will not sit or doesn't want to sit in the same locker room with the opposition during an alumni game. Game first,
I'm baffled.
pleasantries afterwards.
I don't know.
There you have it.
Whatever.
All right, he's baffled. For Craig Ludwig,
It's
Sam
been
Nestler,
real. It's been fun.
John Anderson.
It hasn't been real fun.
I hope you guys enjoyed. It wasn't a great game, but hope you enjoyed our post-game show. We're back on the air on 2 o'clock on Sunday, Central Time. Game at 2:30. Stars and Avs. Till then, guess what? We got a Saturday off. Doesn't happen very often. Enjoy it. So long, everyone.
He's going to finish his chicks.
We all silly like the mayor.